India unit of the Uttar Pradesh Special Task Force busted an illegal embassy that was operating in Ghaziabad, and they've apprehended Harshvardhan Jain, who's the son of a certain J.D. Jain, who resides in Kavinagar in Ghaziabad. Now, Harshvardhan was allegedly illegally running a West Arctica Embassy from a rented house at KB 35 Kavinagar, and he was claiming that he was the consul or the ambassador of countries such as West Arctica, Saborga, Polvia, Lodinia, etc. He used multiple vehicles with diplomatic plates and employed mock photographs with the Prime Minister, President and other dignitaries to influence people. His main activities including acting as a broker for companies and private individuals to secure work opportunities overseas. And in doing so, he ran a Hawala racket through several shell companies. It's also come to light that Harshvardhan had past connections with Chandraswamy. This is being alleged at this point in time, as well as Adnan Khashoggi, who was an international arms dealer. And in 2011, he was found in possession of an illegal satellite phone for which a case had been registered against him in Kavinagar itself. Let me go across to my colleague Priyank for more on this. Priyank, this is such an interesting case because not only did he run a fictitious embassy, some of these countries are also fictitious. So he ran a fictitious embassy under the name of fictitious countries claiming to be their ambassador and their consul general operating here in India. Take us through the modus operandi.
Yeah, Siddharth, very interesting modus operandi which has opted by Harshvardhan Jain, who is a resident of Kavinagar in Ghaziabad. And he had taken this particular apartment and this bungalow as on rent, and he was running all these fictitious embassies with the name of West Arctica, Saboga, Polovia and Lodinia. These are the embassies which were operated by him. But according to UPSTF, his main operation was for brokerage and of the companies of the private individual, and he was taking brokerage for sending people to abroad. And the Hawala racket is certainly something which is important to be noted, which has been highlighted by the UPSTF. But his original pictures with Adnan Khashoggi, who is a Saudi Arabia-based international arms dealer, was known for his lavish lifestyle and who died in the year 2017 in London, is also an important thing which is highlighting that how influential this individual was in the year 1980s. Plus with the pictures of Chandraswamy, as we know, who was a self-proclaimed godman who came into controversies after the Rajiv Gandhi assassination case was highlighted. And Chandraswamy is a close association with the former Prime Minister P.V. Narasimha Rao was such an important thing. So UPSTF has certainly taken him into police remand. He will be questioned in detail. This particular raid was carried out 2 days back by the UPSTF, and now the exact data has been revealed after thorough interrogation and after searches which were carried out at this fake embassy here in Kavinagar of Ghaziabad. How many people have been duped by him?
Yes.
What was the political clout he was trying to portray to those individuals, and what could have been the Hawala transaction link which he was also depending on, and how much money he has managed to send it through Hawala is also important. These high security number plates are certainly the vehicle which could have been used for transporting Hawala money, is what UPSTF has been suspecting.
A very quick follow-up, Priyank, because this man was under the radar of the police way back in 2011 as well. How long did these operations continue? Because if he was on the radar of the police, what's taken them so long to ultimately nab him? And that too when he was basically trying to deceive people and trying to send them to countries that simply don't exist. There's no Lodinia, there's no Polvia, there's a village called Saborga in Italy, but it's not a country by any means. So why did it take so long?
2021 case is certainly something for which his satellite phone was seized. And then he gave an explanation that he had gone to abroad, and from there he brought the satellite phone, and he was not using it for any kind of international spying or something else. After which the satellite phone is generally released. That's the worrying aspect of this, because once you give a logical explanation, these kind of things keep on happening. But we have to remember that this happened in the year 2011. That time, the political cloud which he was carrying, certainly being a close aide of P.V. Narasimha Rao, the former Prime Minister of India, and then his close association with Chandraswamy, cannot be ignored as per this moment, Siddharth, because these are the things which will come up during the course of investigation. For good 10 years, he was not coming into limelight, and suddenly away from the Lieutenant Zone where all these embassies are situated, he shifted his base to a satellite town in Ghaziabad, which is the satellite town of Delhi. And there he started operating. What is very important to be seen, Siddharth, that whether these diplomatic number plate vehicles were used for illegal money transportation or not is what Ghaziabad police is trying to focus on. The close association, how many people he was in close with, association with, and what could have been the political cloud which he was carrying in the year 1980s. Is certainly something which can make this case more murkier. As you rightly pointed out, the satellite phone case was filed in the year 2011. At that time, the political cloud cannot be ignored. But what happened after that is a matter of investigation for the Ghaziabad STF.
And one very quick follow-up to that, Priyank. So two principal questions need to be answered. How many people fell victim to the scam that this man was running? How could he basically conduct these operations under the radar of the police for as long as he did? And thirdly, was he in cahoots with a series of other individuals who are yet to be nabbed? So these are principal questions that the police will have to answer now.
Yes, certainly. There are multiple aspects for which the investigation will go ahead. One, that what were the kind of crime which he committed when he had made this fake embassy here. And he was certainly using the political cloud for gaining popularity, and he was certainly dealing with Hawala transactions. The second aspect is the transportation of Hawala money through these high security embassy number plate is certainly very worrying trend, which has never come into limelight in the recent time period. And what were the association with Chandraswamy and Adnan Khashoggi, and whether he was also trying to be influential in any of the armed deals here in India is a matter of great investigation for the UPSTF.
Thanks a lot, Priyank, for the detailed update that you've given us. What a fascinating case, and also a distressing one. This man claims that he's the ambassador, the consul general of fictitious countries like Saborga, Polvia, Lodinia and West Arctica. And he managed to pull off the scam for as long as he did, for almost 6 to 7 years. We'll take a short break right